Hey there, and welcome. Today, we are diving into a secret language. It's one that's spoken all over the globe, but you're not going to find it in any dictionary. We're talking about that special way we talk to babies. And believe me, it's a whole lot more important than you might think.
So let's just start with this question. Why do we do this? We've all heard it, right? And let's be honest, most of us have probably done it. We just instinctively start making up words and softening our language for babies. But what is really going on there? Let's get into it.
To really get this, I think we need to put ourselves right in the middle of a scene that pretty much any new parent is going to recognize immediately. Picture this. It's the middle of the night.
Ah, yes. Sound familiar? That classic nighttime negotiation. The baby's crying, and someone has to get up. So, in our little story here, Dad gets the honor of checking on their little one.
And there it is, our first example. The second he gets to that crib, his entire way of speaking just shifts. He's not just talking anymore, he's using baby talk.
So what on earth is whittle? Well, it's pretty simple, really. It's just a softer, gentler way of saying the word little. By swapping that harder L sound for a W, the word suddenly sounds way more melodic and soothing. It's a classic baby talk move.
Okay, so let's start decoding some of the greatest hits from this secret language. Think of this next part as building our very own, unofficial baby dictionary as we go along.
So Dad pretty quickly figures out why the baby is crying, and he says, "You made a doo-doo." Now, this is a cornerstone of the baby talk vocabulary, for sure.
So a doo-doo is that go-to, gentle term for when a baby poops. It completely replaces a cold clinical word like defecate with something soft and simple. It just has a way of turning a kind of unpleasant moment into a much more caring one.
All right, as the diaper change continues, we hear two more key words. Dad calls the diaper icky, and then Mom, who's come in to help, calls it yucky. Icky and yucky are basically the same thing. They both mean disgusting or gross. And they're perfect examples of how baby talk uses these simple, almost sing-song sounds to introduce a concept like unpleasant in a really gentle way.
Okay, the messy part's over, and now it's time for some fresh clothes. And Dad pulls out a pair of Mickey Mouse jammies.
Jammies, of course, is just that super common and affectionate nickname for pajamas. It's softer, it's way easier for a little kid to say, and I don't know, it just sounds cozier, doesn't it?
But wait, the diaper-changing adventure isn't quite finished. In the middle of all this, another little, accident happens. And that gives us two more classic baby talk terms.
So what's interesting here is that we have both a verb and a noun for the same thing. To tinkle is the action. It means to pee, or, if we're being formal, to urinate. And a wee-wee is the noun for the result. Again, both are just really gentle ways to talk about normal bodily functions.
But baby talk is more than just swapping out words for cuter ones. Sometimes it's about entire phrases that are just packed with pure, unfiltered love and affection.
So now the baby's grandmother, Nana, shows up, and she's so overcome with love, she exclaims, "I could just eat him up," which, if you take it literally, sounds, well, a little terrifying. But of course, it has absolutely nothing to do with actually eating the baby. It's a phrase we use when something, like a baby or maybe a puppy, is so incredibly cute that the feeling of love is just overwhelming. It's really just another way of saying, "You are the most adorable thing I have ever seen in my life."
This whole instinct we have to communicate with such tenderness, it really brings up a much bigger question. Because the language we use, that's just one piece of the whole parenting puzzle. And it often points to our bigger ideas about raising kids.
I mean, think about sleeping arrangements. Some parents have the baby sleep in their own room to help build independence. Other parents have the baby sleep with them for that feeling of security and, let's be honest, for easier nighttime feedings. There is no single right answer here, but each choice creates a totally different environment for connection and, you guessed it, for baby talk.
So what's the big takeaway from all this? Well, baby talk is not just a bunch of silly words. It's actually a powerful, instinctual tool for bonding. Seriously, science has shown that the high-pitched, sing-songy tones actually grab an infant's attention and help their brain start to figure out language. It's like the very first language of love, building this bridge of affection and safety.
And that kind of leaves us with a bigger question to chew on, doesn't it? Whether we're saying whittle or doo-doo or jammies, what does this universal instinct to create a whole gentle language just for our babies, What does that really tell us about our most basic, fundamental human need to connect, to nurture, and to love?